Soulbinder. There's going to be a lot of ads. This is the layout of all of the ads, and this what all the ads do is there are this phase blade, which according to logs does the most amount of damage. What the phase blades do is they kind of like charge through players and do a bunch of AoE wide damage. The assassins basically are an assassination rogue. They basically vanish and shadow step behind someone. It puts a circle around you that no one else should be inside, and if someone is inside when it goes off, they take all of the damage that the assassin would have done to you to them, but it also still goes on to you as well. So just take it out of the raid. The mages just do a cast. It can be kicked. And then as far as I'm aware, all of these are CCable. So stuns, grips, everything works on all of them. The way the fight starts, just so you guys can see what this room is going to look like, is there's these little tubes around the room that spawn up, and they all have those ads inside of them. So you can see like these two are the phase blades. And you're going to get this purple beam that you have to point and aim at these canisters. This beam will shoot an orb out, and this orb will stop at the first target it hits. So if there is a player between this boss with the beams and the canister, it will not hit the canister. So you will not spawn these ads out of the canister. So if you are targeted, you have to go behind like this boomkin is on the left. So it'll shoot and these ads spawn. You can go inside the canister like the guy on the right is. So if you're a melee, you don't have to lose uptime, and you'll still spawn your ad. These ads spawn. They don't do anything. There's basically just like images of them. I'm kind of view them as like test tubes where they're not fully created yet. And the way this first phase goes is if we do everything correctly, we can do it so that we have 6 of the 12 ads gone. So, and then there's these little star pattern convergence orbs that shoot out. It's basically Kaiveza, but much, much slower. And then a knockback. And that's it.
So a note on those orbs. One of the groups that I was watching just stacked all of the people on top of each other, and like the tornadoes in Not Good Offensive, they pulse out of people and they don't actually like hit the people in the centers unless they change that. So at the moment you can just have like a group somewhere to stack them all.
Yep. On Mythic, they have an additional mechanic, but we won't get to this boss week 1 probably, so we won't worry about that. And then from there, the fight just kind of repeats. Tanks will take it to a new test tube set. I kind of like what they do, where they put the boss in between the two, so that way these lines have basically no distance that someone can be between the beam and the test tube. And yeah, just do it all over again. So we'll do that a total of 3 times before we phase. Phase is about 2 minutes in, so you'll have your 2 minutes up when these ads spawn. And that is all of the ad spawning. So on this set, there's 2 assassins and 2 mages. Again, you can kick, you can stun, you can do everything. And then there's another 2 set that's still alive that's running in right now. And it's just kind of Mythic plus AoE explosion all over again. And that's kind of it. Once we kill all these ads, more test tubes will spawn up. And you just repeat. That simple. The knockback can push you off the edge of the room. So that's really the only thing mechanically you have to be aware of. And then outside of that, it's just get those stars out of the raid. Maybe we can stack them like Mindcloud said. Not sure yet. And then these beams, take them behind or inside of the canister. And don't be someone that blocks the path. Because again, an orb shoots out from the boss with these lines. And it stops after one person gets hit by them. Any questions about this fight? If I were to say like damage profiles, it's consistent 3 target hit with every 2 minutes Mythic plus AoE style. So, okay. The last